Hey guys, LittleKuriboh here, still sat on my bum, because for those of you who have not been watching, I'm in a little bit of pain right now. Yeah, I've got a bit of an aggravation, taking the form of a couple of giant buzzsaw blades sticking out of my kneecaps. It's not a pretty sight, so you're not going to see down there. But rest assured, there are two vibrating purple magic-style buzz saws jamming out of my kneecaps. But hey, I'm not gonna let that stop me from entering the Battle City tournament and showing you guys a video of me opening a trading card pack every single day, looking at the cards, being like, huh, what, I don't, and then picking one of them. I can't sacrifice my creative integrity just because of injury. I think you'll agree, I'm doing an important job, and I would not give that up for the world. Well, maybe a bit of money. But until that happens, never give up. For those of you who've not been tuning in, this is Battle City Booster Packs, a series where every single day I open a new booster pack, pick one card from within that pack, put it in my hastily thrown together deck that has no real logic or sense to it, and then use that deck to duel someone who equally does not have any logic or sense, aka my arch rival Git. His name's not Git, he is a Git. I don't actually know their name yet. I'm hoping that this time it'll be somebody who puts up, a smidgen of a fight, unlike Kaboffa from last year, as that bastard Pegasus. But beggars can't be choosers. Speaking of beggars, I bumped into Mako Tsunami earlier. He's not an actual beggar, but he might as well be because he's hard up for cash. He's doing a little bit of a sideshow here in Battle City. In fact, a lot of the former Battle City alumni are in town doing these little events, like Esperoba's doing fortune telling, and Mako Tsunami, he's doing a bunch of tricks with fish. A bunch of fish tricks, you might say. A bunch of tricks with fish. Fish tricks. Yeah, he's teamed up with the local Sea Life Center and is letting people duel him, much like Joey did against Mako in the original Battle City tournament, where they can get into the fish tanks with him and play cards that way. A lot of people have been leaving with very soggy cards. So yeah, I was hesitant to actually duel him, but I wanted to check things out. Unfortunately, the show didn't last very long, as the moment Mako got within 5 feet of an endangered fish while carrying a massive sharpened harpoon, they were on him. Protesters, police, security, everyone dove on him. They all saw the glint of the deadly harpoon in his hand, which is just his trademark item. I don't know what the problem was. He just lobs those harpoons everywhere. At people, fish. He's indiscriminatory with his harpoons. Harpoon. But yeah, that was apparently a big problem. Yeah, the Sea Life Center staff were not cleared on that one, apparently. Were not aware that he was going to be brandishing a deadly object near one of their more endangered creatures. Bit stuck up, if you ask me. Thought it was a pretty good show otherwise. But hey, this time on Battle City Booster Packs, what are we opening? It's another Dark Side of Dimensions movie pack. And they've been a bit of a mixed bag. The last one was really good. The first booster pack was kind of Hopefully this one will be more good than But let's find out exactly how it will be. Here we go. Hang on. Gotta reveal them. Strip them down. All right, here we go. What have we got? Right out of the box, or booster pack, you might say, is the Dimension Mirage, a continuous trap card. And it says, activate this card by targeting one face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. At the end of the damage step, when it attacks a monster but the attack target was not destroyed by the battle, you can banish one monster from your graveyard. It must attack again in a row. If the targeted monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So this is good if an opponent attacks a monster on your side of the field, but is unsuccessful and even gets hurt. Like if it attacks a defense position monster that has a much higher defense than its attack, you could activate this and it's forced to attack again. So yeah, that is actually pretty handy. It just sort of looks like there's an elevator in the middle of some sort of cross-dimensional portal. But you'd think if you already have access to a cross-dimensional portal, why would you need an elevator? I'm gonna go into a different dimension, but first, I'm gonna make sure I'm on the right floor. Anyway, not a bad card. Next card is the spell card, Dragon's Fighting Spirit. We are fighting dragons. Oh, it's like a perspective shot of the Blue Eyes coming down on top of me. That's terrifying. I never considered what the blue eyes would look like from the front. It looks not unlike an albino version of H.R. Giga's Xenomorph design. Spell card says, target one dragon-type monster you control that was special summoned this turn. For each monster your opponent currently controls that was special summoned this turn, it gains one additional attack during each battle phase this turn. I have to have special summoned a dragon-type monster this turn, and the opponent also has to currently control some monsters that were special summoned this turn. That's not very likely, is it? I mean, what is the likelihood of me special summoning a dragon-type monster in the same turn that my opponent has special summoned one or more monsters? It just seems a lot of variables involved. Not as straightforward as I was expecting or hoping. But hey, the art is really cool because it's just like, what if a Blue Eyes was about to murder you? What would that look like? Look like this. Okay, let's put that back. Next up, we got another continuous trap card, Metal Hold, the Moving Blockade. And it's like a purple robot whose limbs look about as effective as mine are right now. His mechanical appendages. And he's got a little projector coming out of his belt. Hey guys, I just downloaded Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. You want to watch it from my crotch? That's something he can genuinely suggest. Activate this card by targeting any number of level 4 machine-type monsters you control. Special summon this card as an effect monster, machine-type Earth, level 4, attack or defense 0. Then equip those face-up monsters to this card. I don't know if I have any machine-type monsters. I'd have to double-check. This card is also still a trap card. If summoned this way, this card gains attack equal to the combined attack of the monsters equipped to it by this effect. Monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters you control for attacks except this one. Also, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with card effects except this one. So this is good if you have a bunch of machine monsters. I don't think I have enough or any necessarily, that would make this something that I could benefit from. But it isn't a bad card. It's good for protecting a bunch of your machine-type monsters, and it's good for just being a cool trap card thing. Can you tell I'm feeling kind of woozy from the pain? But yeah, Metal Hold, I think I'm going to Metal Hold on using you for now. Next we got one of them fruit magician girls, Kiwi Magician Girl. Not to be mistaken for a magician girl from New Zealand. And she just looks like a kawaii version of Maleficent. It's a wind type, it's got 5 stars, it's a spellcaster / effect. It's got an attack of 1800, a defense of 1200, and it says during either player's turn you can discard this card. Magician Girl monsters you currently control gain 300 attack and defense for each Magician Girl monster with different names on the field and in the graveyards until the end of this turn. So this is suggesting that if your opponent has Magician Girl monsters in their graveyard, it also helps. Spellcaster type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects, and your opponent cannot target them with card effects. So this is good, again, if you're building a spellcaster deck. I'm not really doing that, and as cool as she seems, she's just not for me. You're just not for me, Kiwi Magician Girl. I'm gonna put you to one side, sorry. Oh, we've got the Dark Magician, the classic. Yugi's fave, the Dark Side of Dimensions iteration. Obviously, it's a 7-star dark type monster. It's a spellcaster, the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense, which are what wizards are mostly known for. If only Gandalf had a better attack and defense, he probably would have fared better against that bloody Balrog. So yeah, Dark Magician, pretty straightforward. We know how that works. And it is very tempting just because, and this is me being stupid, just because it's Yugi's favorite monster. I want to pick it just because of that, because I'm a big Yugi fan. But I don't know, it wouldn't be a very responsible decision because I've turned down all these other spellcaster type monsters in lieu of dragon types, and I don't know if this would be a very good addition to my deck, except for the opportunity to be like, I summon the Dark Magician! But even then, I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, it's totally worth it. What am I saying? So let's try and figure out which one we should use. I don't think Dragon's Flying Spirit is going to be very handy because I don't think that sequence of events is going to transpire very often. Dimension Mirage is actually pretty good, if only because I can make my opponent hurt themselves a little bit. And it's a continuous trap, so this stays in effect even after I've used it one time. So long as I've got enough monsters in my graveyard to banish, but it's still pretty good in my opinion. And I don't want Metal Hold or Kiwi Dark Magician Girl, so I think it comes down to Dark Magician versus Dimension Mirage. I don't know. And this is a really tough choice, if only because Dark Magician is so tempting, because I'm so familiar with it, and because I would like to be able to go like, I summon Dark Magician. But I think Dimension Mirage is the right choice. Screw it. I'm going to go with Dark Magician. Wizardora, we adore her, doing things in your very special way. Sorry, the Wizardora beat got me. The Wizardora theme song got me like Summon the Dark Magician. So yeah, that's probably the wrong choice, but I really want the Dark Magician in my deck, and you can't stop me, and that's what's happening. Dark Magician. So what'd you think about that? I actually had to put a lot of my reservations regarding dark magic to one side, because obviously my injury was sustained by the use of dark magic, but dark magic energy discs anyway, but I trust the Dark Magician. I don't trust Arcana. The Dark Magician, I feel like magic's in safe hands with him. So what do you think? Was that a good choice? Was it a bad choice? Was it a good bad choice? Because those do exist. You can make good bad decisions, such as the decision to create the genre of abridging, which was totally a conscious thing on my part, but a bit of a good bad decision, wasn't it? Regardless of whether you liked my choice or not, I hope you understand why I did it. It's the bloody Dark Magician. How can you say no? And while it isn't the ideal choice for my deck, I think it's the ideal choice for this Pillock. So I'm happy. I'm content with my decision. I'm still trying to convince myself that I didn't royally mess up, but at the same time, very happy. I'm going to wrap things up there, and I'm going to go watch Mako Tsunami be carted away by the police. But in the meantime, I hope you guys stay frosty, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another Battle City booster packs. Catch you then. Wizardora, we adore her, doing things in her very special way. I summon Wizardora in attack mode.